calls for these.
I thought it was around 33 to 35% of our ambulance calls are ALS.
Yeah, I've heard that number, but we, you know,
I can give you the hard
if that's the case,
fact.
there's gotta be a public, there's gotta be a record of it
We haven't.
somewhere, and based on those calls, what would have been
We
the
have that.
revenue, you know, what,
Sure that we can get that for you.
We can get that for you.
Shouldn't be an issue at all.
good,
First time hearing of it. Really?
Well-
I mean, I haven't been here that long.
yeah, right, okay, well, you know, this is not,
We'll
I'm
have
not
that
trying to
file.
chastise anybody
Nope.
sitting here at this point, I've asked the question before,
And we thought
we
it,
didn't
and
get an
truthfully,
answer.
I thought it's been answered before. So
I've
we'll
never
get
heard
that
any-
information
Greg, have
and
we
now
got an answer to that?
we'll get it for you right away.
No, never had an answer. But again, then that helps you quantify, or helps us quantify exactly what the increased revenue stream could be, and then how that
How that
how
fits
that could
into the
affect the
funding,
budget,
see?
support what we're
What,
looking to do.
what I know about this is that if we take a person in our ambulance with an ALS provider, we get $200. They get the rest. If we don't, we get the full amount.
What's the rest?
Whatever it is, you can't, I don't know if you could
The ambulance-
clarify that, it's based on illness. I mean,
No,
I know, but
depending on,
ALS
From the
calls,
vendor, from
ALS
the
calls
vendor.
between $1,200 and $2,000.
My guess is the vendor should be able to provide to you, to us, what kind of revenue they generated over the last 2 fiscal years then, you know, based on the calls that we make to them. We don't pay them, no,
No, they pay us.
build
They
the
pay
rest-
us.
They
$200
pay us
fee.
the $200,
They collect
and then
the
they
money
collect the
every
rest
month.
from the insurance company.
So that makes it harder to get at, but it would be
Very-
nice to know what that number is. Even if we take the number of calls and get some kind of an average from them and multiply it by the number of calls so that we get a ballpark of what that revenue number is. Right?
Yeah, that's
Because
right.
that helps to put a financial plan together to fund this thing.
should you get it next week?
Again, that would go a long way in assisting us from a budgetary standpoint, anticipating revenue.
Karen?
Absolutely.
You're not the first administration of the fire department who's asked for to get this. so-
You'll get it.
But I have high hopes.
You'll get it.
I'm sure.
Quickly.
I feel good about it.
Okay, I'll go down to, scroll up the summary sheet under the 5400 series, $3,600 for operations to purchase supplies, additional requests.
I have to keep going.
Again, tied into the additional,
I apologize, I have to keep going back to my other sheet because I didn't have it listed on the other.
What number is that, Bob?
I'm on the 5400 series operations.
Yeah, for which, 5,400.
$3,800, $3,600, please.
Is, new personnel. That's their clothing allowance.
Oh, okay. And then the EMS 10,000 is for EMS equipment.
Yes,
Why would we need?
yes, it's tied into the ALS
Oh,
program.
okay. And call department,
That is tied into, the gear.
the gear. And then, under other charges and expenses under operations, 192 is
New personnel, that's for their, going screenings.
training.
Physicals and, did his homework over there.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that he's doing it. Call department, 2472.
Psych. Yes, psych evaluation. Physicals again.
And then miscellaneous capital under operations, 10,000 is.
It's new hires. It's new hires. It's the equipment. It's their $10,000, $2,500.
So that's reflected in the 4 new person.
Right.
And the 9,000 for the fire, call department would be for the 3 additional requested,
Personnel. Radios.
radios.
Right. There is a mistake on the radios because the permanent department of the 4 people was not added to it. $3,000 apiece.
What sheet, I'm sorry, count, what page?
It's not in there. It's not on the thing. There's a $3,000 per radio per new employee. that we were going to hire the permanent department.
Oh, the
I
first-
missed putting it into there.
You put it in for
There's
the
a
call,
12
you put it
put
in
it
for the call,
call.
but you didn't put it in for the 4 new
Yes.
firefighters, so you need another $12,000.
Yes.
So the radios aren't shared then, basically?
No, each
into-
person has their own personal radio, which enhances us by two sides. They have a button on them, they push them, it automatically sends a signal to the fire station that says what person, their name, if they're in trouble, and then we stop all our operations, we go find that person. Also, it gives us another thing, every one of our members takes their radio home with them, so they're strategically placed in everybody's home. So as soon as the deputy who lives on this side of town comes on, his radio's in his hand, he turns it on. If he's near the scene, he calls back, gives us information.
So when we get the grant and we
We bought all of our radios for all our permanent people,
the grant just covered the existing staff.
the existing staff that we had. Yes, sir. The old radios, they were given out to different people to take home with them to use. We still have those radios within the system, yes. They're not the same capabilities in the radios themselves. We had to go there because we went digital and so forth. There was a change in technology that is the reason why we changed our radios. They may work for the next 2 years maybe, but the technology in the new radio will not work in the old radios.
Now, a lot of us wear out our cell phones in a year or two, right?
Right.
Now the radios have.
These
a
radios
limited
have been here
life
for,
too, I would
these
imagine.
radios have been with us for 10 years, 9 years.
Really?
From what I understand, it came down to a distancing. These radios were rated at a certain distance, but the FCC said that we no longer can have that, and we had to go to a shorter distance radio. I'm only going on what I've been told by the radio specialist, so that's what really prompted us going to the radio system, is that, say they were for 12 miles, now the radios we have are only for 6, because there's so many departments getting more and more radio communication that we're stepping on everybody, so we had to drop back a distance of 6 miles. Those numbers are not true, I don't know what the numbers are, but that's the way it was explained to me by the radio specialist.
How is our radio covered in town?
Excellent at the moment, excellent.
The repeaters and things on the towers?
Repeaters have all been installed,
The new
all
water
of,
tower helped, and
the new water tower helped us, we've installed all of our new radio system. Everything has a generator backup. We are doing, new technology on our desk, we're finishing that up. That's a new radio system, all the way through, everything has been brought up to the standard now.
And the new phone system is operational?
It's operational, yeah, we had a couple of
Bugs have been worked out.
bugs and they're working them out. Gentleman, Jeff, there's been a gentleman who calls us back and takes care of the problems.
Just out of curiosity, Chief, what would happen if you send the systems to Lynn? Would they not be in radio communications with you? Or could that happen?
We have the ability to go to different things. In our trucks, we have the ability to
Oh, you can
change
go
over
to
another
okay,
station.
okay.
We could actually also, through the firearm desk, patch a non-frequency that we operate on onto a channel that we have, and then we can communicate, or at least listen.
Yeah, I knew it had to be something, I just wondered how you did it.
The interoperability amongst the district has been changed.
Somebody had their hand up.
Yes. I'm sorry. Yes.
Gonna hold your hand up.
Yep. There's wiggle room, but depending upon what the price of copper goes, how it goes. We added more because the price of copper and also the radio system, the parts and so forth to be repaired and so forth, are getting more expensive.
Brad, we considered that one to be, I mean, that was part of that $185,000 in last cuts we made. We didn't consider it additional services, we considered it to be level services, and we had to cut the balance out, so we agreed. So if we find money, we should, yeah, we didn't view it as additional, we said we agreed with it, we just had to balance it
traffic last time because of firefights, was the Opticom not?
No, the problem is not the Opticom going out from the fire station, it's the firefighter coming from his home to the fire station. They don't have Opticoms in their own personal cars, although I'd like one.
I'd like one too.
Live with the radio. Last question on training, you mentioned trench coat.
Yes.
Some time ago, we had this, maritime gas line, the big money for the town. Limited in training, one of them was trenching.
Yep,
And there's still money in that budget.
there is.
Are you aware of it?
We're aware of it. We are gonna utilize it. We're utilizing some of it. I'm trying to do is, we've got now 3 people who are in charge of our team. And what we've done is we've sent basically, 6 members, I believe, out to Hopkinton to be trained. And now they're bringing that information back, and they're gonna be utilizing that funds, also to pay for the training and so forth. Yeah.
Which account was that? The gas.
The gas, yeah.
It was buried in there.
Fire escape
For a
program.
Yes.
while, but it came from the maritime gas line. and went
Came from-
by the right and back.
M&N.
About 31,000,
Yeah.
in that ballpark.
But I just wanna be sure you're aware of it. so that
Yes, we are.
Training and,
25. Yep.
you might wanna look at that.
I don't know if I can use that for the copper wire, can I?
No, but you can use it for in your training budget, take the money out of the training and put it in the car. Put it in your training, take the training and put it in the car.
Thank you.
Greg, there's a $18,000 difference between the fire department level services budget and, your recommendation.
Sure.
Obviously, we know why, but what items did you,
Fuel, we reduced $3,900, and we did that consistently with the 3% increase that we did across the board on all fuel accounts, so that resulted in a $3,900 cut in the fuel account. We level funded call department salary, that was a $6,245 adjustment. We reduced the request for repairs and maintenance, which was for $2,300, and that was reduced. And the last item was we level funded the mechanics capital and fire alarm capital, and, those resulted in the savings that Mr. Jones pointed out. But, those amounts totaled $5,000. So the sum total of those was $5,000 cutting back.
on the fuel issue, that we're facing, then basically, is the plan to create some contingency, going on next year at this point? Obviously, we have a budget balancing issue associated with it.
I don't think we can really predict where the goal at this point would be to go and get one amount of fuel rather than going back and repeatedly asking for it. We will have to revisit it either in April or, preferably in October of 2008, we'll revisit the issue of fuel before we get to the winter season.
Or at least make some decisions leading up to the final April budget. Yeah.
Just in relation to the, fire/police mechanic.
Yeah.
Capital, capital expenditures, we have some issues in relation to, yours, mine, and ours, we have equipment, what's yours, what's mine, what's ours? We talked about getting an inventory of what is the town's equipment, and then, talked about investing sufficiently so that, the tools, maintenance, upkeep of that equipment maintained in the town's interest, if the town has the tools. Fit in here at all,
A great